Hey, it's your boy, James TB, man. We back with another video for the channel. Man, yeah, Anthony Dewberry, a friend of Charleston White, uh, constantly, Anthony Dewberry, I'm sorry, did I say that right? But yeah, he's constantly with or around Charleston White, man. And he reveals that they lost uh, 80K on the tour with TK Kirkland. And this is Dewberry responding and going off on TK for trying Charleston and playing the game. And yeah, man, I don't know. I just think that sometimes in business, you know, you want to keep your name good. You know what I'm saying? So even if, you know, Live Nation or whoever didn't pay Charleston, but you decided to bring Charleston on, the communication should have been had between you and him. Hey man, listen, I'm gonna tell you how this goes before we even get into it, man. Comedians really don't get paid. You know, you get paid for the club and the door. I'm gonna break you off what I can while I can, but I'm gonna let you know that you only gonna be able to make this amount of money. It's not gonna be, you know, you might spend more money than you gonna lose. He should have explained that to him. Or that communication should have been had. Or if Charleston felt the way about being paid or not being paid or whatever, then TK, as a man, you bringing him over there, do the tour with you and get him more exposure, gave him some bread, put him, that's how that should work. And at the end of the day, all this with the Scronto situation and things like that, it's really ruining TK's brand, TK's name, and TK's legacy. It's putting a stain on, it's putting smut on his jacket, how they said in the streets. But if you do anything, you're an older guy, so anything that you do, they gonna look at you with the side eye, man. So at the end of the day, probably right, wrong, and different, you the OG on this thing. You're supposed to make sure things go right. Now, I'm not saying TK is all at fault, and I don't think that, that's Charleston and Dewberry's side is entirely 100% TK a fuck nigga, because that's how they explain it. He like basically from Gazy, he make a certain type of comments, but Charleston is Dewberry's, for all intents and purposes, they brothers. So he gonna side with this guy. You gonna side with your people, right, wrong, or indifferent. But at the end of the day, business is business and man shit is man shit. So with somebody like TK, you being the OG, you gotta account for some of these things. Now we just gonna make sure, the young man is good. Let me just make sure everything is legit. Because it's gonna take me a minute to get paid. He said he didn't even get paid from Live Nation. It take a while for them checks to clear. But maybe you could have had better communication with the guy that you decided to bring on, and the character that Charleston White is on this internet. So you knew if something went left, he was coming to the internet. And I guess when TK finally realized that, he spoke out and wanted to defend himself. In doing that, somebody like Scronto, oh yeah, TK been a fuck nigga. Now he kicking you back in. And Dewberry comes behind with this interview. Now he helping Charleston and Scronto kick you back in. Now that's three people who putting stains on TK's character. Now, it's just like, wait a minute now. I thought TK always professed to be a stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying? And if these are lies, true, will come out with three people not gonna say you a fuck nigga if you ain't been doing fuck nigga shit. So other people who've had dealings with you probably, did good business. But sometimes, man, people, no matter what you do for people, they still gonna look at you like you should have done more, you could have done more, but it just don't look good. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't look good. And I would play some of the interview what Dewberry actually said, but he basically said that they lost 80K for jumping on this tour with TK. And he's kind of echoing Charleston's point when Charleston said, hey, man, I spent hella bread. I had to pay my own hotel, my own this, my own that. I pretty much funded my own bill. They just brought me along, and I felt like they was using the name of Charleston White to sell the tour. Now, who knows? We know who Charleston White is on the internet, but TK been doing stand-up forever, so, I mean, who knows? But yeah, man, it's just, it sucks because at the end of the day, all three of these gentlemen are black men. And it just, this further pushes the narrative that black men can't get along, black men don't have no unity, or black people don't work together, or they don't support their own. This just looks bad for us as a culture. And these men are way over their 30s. I believe all these gentlemen may be in their 40s. So it's, well, no, Charleston and Dewberry are probably in their 40s, and I believe TK and Scruncho is in their late 50s and 60s. So I'm like, bruh, this shit don't make no sense, man. Y'all too old to be acting like this. Now, I'm a 36-year-old man, so at the end of the day, if I deem this shit as immature, or, I view it a certain type of way, man, you guys are older than me. Y'all need to know that this ain't a good look for you gentlemen, any of us. It's again, what you think the powers that be gonna say? Told you them niggas don't know how to act. That's how they gonna act. That's how they gonna treat us. Every time somebody does something, it's a stain to your resume, yes. But when you do something as a black man or black woman in this country that could get frowned upon, they group you in as a whole. Look at them niggas over there. And it's sad, man. It's sad because some of these things can be handled and should be handled behind closed doors. Now, if they'd had this behind closed doors, it wouldn't be news and wouldn't nobody be talking about it. It's just like what happens in this house stays in this house when your family was growing up. And I don't necessarily agree with that, but I believe that if something happens between, mutual parties, there are ways that, it can be handled. Consequences can be delivered or whatever, or compensation can be had, and issues can be resolved without everybody knowing that it was ever an issue. Like, if I got an issue with somebody that I'm close to, family member, friend, whatever, over money or something like that, that can be worked out behind closed doors. If somebody say, oh, dog, I wasn't paid for this and I wasn't paid for that, and you ain't paid me for this or paid me for that, all right, we're going to figure it out. How can we work this out? How much do I owe you, my guy? Just give me some time. Let me fix this. Or what do you feel like that can make you feel better about? What type of conversation can I give you to make you feel better about these issues? Resolve behind closed doors. Pay what you owe. Shake like men. And especially in the public eye, oh, no, man, my dog, man, we did business together, man, And then somebody like, hey, man, how you doing, man? He's still here, stand-up guy. Because, hey, I know that this wasn't right. Let me go ahead and make this right. Let me go ahead and fix this. It's just like when you're a boss or you're a manager at your job, they own a company, and your employee comes to you for grievance. You do whatever it takes to fix that grievance if it's not over the top. Person come to you, hey man, this ain't right. I check 3 hours short. Da 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 da. All right, we're gonna figure it out. We gonna talk to who I need to talk to. Because if I don't know how to fix it, I'm gonna go try to figure out how to fix it. That's how this thing go. Man, if he not in Live Nation, he just doing the tour thing. Hey, we gonna figure this out, Charleston. Hold on. Hey man, I know how you get with this internet thing, man. Hold on, let's try to figure this out. And like Charles said, he gave the man time. Dewberry's pretty much saying the same thing. But see, it's like Live Nation isn't saying anything, right? They ain't saying nothing. Charleston saying what he's saying, but they ain't responding to it. It's crazy now because TK looked back. TK looked like he, stunned on Charleston. Dewberry back in Charleston up. Live Nation now back in TK up. Where's the people back in TK up? And then Scruncho on the sideline doing him, so it looked horrible. But yeah, TK was just starting to take the high road now. Oh man, I'm not responding to this no more. But it's too late because you jumped out there. You went to defend yourself, and then it was like a full-fledged all-out attack on you. Now it looked like it looked like you a sucker-ass nigga. You look back. And I'm not saying, me personally, I'm not saying that that's what it is. They all said it, so that's what it is. No. It's just that that's how these things go. I don't know him personally. He doesn't seem from the outside, but people show you one face in public to maintain their image, and then behind the scenes they're a whole different person. They're crippled. Now who knows what actually happened, because we don't know. At the end of the day, this is what it looks like. And if more than one person saying the same thing about you, and it's going to look like that's your character. But yeah, I just don't think this should be handled like this on this internet, man. But yeah, but if a man go out with you, hang out with you, and go somewhere on a tour or something with you, and they spend more money than they make, that's going to be a problem. That's always going to be a problem. Because I invested this to come along because you said we was going to get this type of thing and this type of look, and, and that's not what's happening. So now I spent more money than I actually made. It doesn't make sense for him. So, of course, he's upset. But that's how this game go, man. The entertainment game is a dirty business. And sometimes when you learn that business, from getting jerked, and then you go jerk somebody else. So, yeah, man, I don't know what it is, man. Peace.